So an officer in Georgia arrested Glorilla and charged her with a DUI. Let's watch the video and talk about it.
Oh, it's good. Good and terrible.
I love Brotha T.
How you doing? This is Terry Wilson, aka yo boy Brotha T, here with another one. So I like to thank you and welcome to the New Life Tree, where we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom for your motivation and mental health. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Remember, I don't know everything, but I might know a lot of things.
You serious?
So today we're going to talk about Glorilla and the DUI arrest. We're not going to waste a lot of time, so let's get right into the beginning of the video.
Hey, I'm Officer Glorilla, Swanee Police. So the reason I pulled you over today is because you made a U-turn at a red light.
My GPS is taking me to the walk past this light and it took me there.
And it took you over there?
Yeah.
Okay, so do me a favor so we can get out of this roadway. I'm going to need your driver's license. I'm going to go back to my car. I'll flash my lights at you. Whenever I do that, or whenever these cars pass us, I want you to turn into this turn lane over here, okay?
Okay.
And just stay right there for me. Hey, so where are you coming from?
I had a host.
Ma'am?
I don't know what it's called, opium, I think. Is it called opium? Yeah.
You had a, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I had a appearance.
An appearance? Okay. Was it here? You're headed home?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Waffle House before I headed home. My house like 15 minutes away. I was just trying to come to Waffle House right here.
Okay. Were you drinking tonight?
I'm not drunk.
Okay. So I can smell it coming from my breath. Okay. Right when you roll down the window. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in a few minutes, I'm going to have another officer come over here, and we're going, if you're willing, I'm just going to ask you a few questions, okay?
Okay.
All right. How many drinks did you have today?
I'm cool.
Cool?
Yeah, I ain't drunk or nothing.
For a 7 radio, certainly a good 7. How many drinks did you have, Mike?
I'm okay.
That's not my question.
I'm okay, I'm telling you.
10-4. Well,
Do you know who I am?
No, I don't. No, ma'am.
Oh.
No. You said an opening. An opening where? For
No,
what?
it's called, the club is called Opium. It's in Big County now.
I think I've heard of opium. But I like
Never heard of me though.
I'm sorry.
You don't know who I am.
Call me crazy, but you know, Glorilla is trying to use her fame and leverage it to get out of that ticket. I feel you, Glo. I would have did the same thing. So do you think the officer is in the right going about, the traffic stop the way she's going about it? Kind of interesting, isn't it? One thing that's, kind of interesting is that the officer said she smelled weed as well as the alcohol. Now, I don't know what the laws are in the state of Georgia for open containers in a car, in the vehicle, but Glorilla really doesn't seem to be inebriated to me at this point. And unfortunate for her, we're talking Glorilla here, the officer smelled weed. So for one, the officer now has probable cause to search the vehicle, and two, weed, unless it's for medical purposes in Georgia, is illegal. So let's keep going.
Would you be willing to submit to field sobriety test?
Yeah.
Look at the tip of my finger with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? Don't move your head. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't move your head.
not drunk. I'm telling y'all. 16.
One more question, okay?
Okay.
Would you submit to a roadside PBT test, like where you blow into it?
Portable breath test.
A breath
What that
test?
is? What it do?
It'll check whatever's going on. It just kind of sees if you have alcohol in your system, if you do not.
I passed all these tests though, right?
So I will explain it to you in a little bit, but
Can you explain to me now?
no, ma'am.
Is that my rights?
So I'm proceeding with the evaluations. You said it would be okay, right? So I've got to complete them, and then I'll explain to you in just a moment.
So if I pass the first few, it don't mean nothing. I passed 3 tests. You made me do 3 tests.
That doesn't mean that. No, ma'am. Would you submit to the roadside breathalyzer?
And what if I don't? What's my rights?
The right is to say no.
Yeah.
You have the right to refuse.
Yeah.
It's voluntary.
Yeah.
It's voluntary? Okay. Are you
You
refusing?
would like to do it or you like to refuse?
I would like to refuse.
You would like to refuse? Ma'am, you're cover up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So at this point in time, Glorilla refuses to take the breathalyzer. It is her right to refuse that. However, if you look at it balanced, in a balanced way, it appears to me as though Glorilla really passed all 3 tests. Now, I'm the last person that's going to stand up for her if she failed them. Because, I'm not really a big fan of the music. I mean, it's okay. I've heard worse before. But the influence it has on the kids and all that, I'm leaving that out the window. That's just my opinion. Whatever. I think she's talented. However, that has nothing to do with this. I'm looking at this objectively, and it appears as though she's not inebriated to the point where she can't operate that vehicle. Sounds like she just can't drive. She made some kind of weird U-turn where she shouldn't have made a U-turn. Sounds like she should get a ticket and go on about her business, about her day. Let's see what the officer does about it.
So turn around for me.
What are we doing?
Turn around for me.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
You are
I'm
under
gonna take
arrest.
the test. I'm gonna take the test.
That doesn't change anything. You still are going to be arrested.
For what?
Okay.
You don't have any proof on me.
No, ma'am, I do. Okay.
What's your proof?
So the evaluations that we do, they check it checks all kinds of things, okay?
Yeah.
And that's what determines if you were a DUI. And now, whether you do the breath test or not, now that is voluntary. You can still, if you wish to do it, we will
So
go
did
ahead
the
and
other
proceed.
test determine that I'm drunk?
Ma'am?
Did the test determine it?
Yes, ma'am. The evaluations are stating that you are over the legal limit to be driving right now.
Where the proof at? I just passed everything. I did everything you told me.
To you, you may think that you passed, okay? But I'm not going to bigger with you right now. So, are you wanting to do the breathalyzer?
What's that gonna change?
Nothing, ma'am.
So I'm gonna go to jail either way.
As of right now, yes, ma'am.
But
So the portable breath test that she is offering you right now is a roadside breath test. It's not admissible in court. That would just give us a determination based off of that, whether there's alcohol in your system or not.
It just gives us a reading on whether or not you have alcohol.
Wow, what a interesting video. So it appears to me, and I'm just making this call based on what I saw, it didn't seem like she failed any of those tests. She definitely did some of them better than I would. Let me tell you, if I kick my leg up and try to hold my balance, I'm going to fall off balance. And I don't drink. So there you go. Now, when Glorilla asked what, goes into the determination for those tests, the answer by the officers were interesting. Let's look at that again.
Okay.
What's your proof?
So the evaluations that we do, they check it checks all kinds of things, okay?
Yeah.
And that's what determines if you were a DUI. And now, whether you do the breath test or not, now that is voluntary. You can still, if you wish to do it, we will go ahead and
other
proceed.
test determined that I'm drunk.
Now, I'm not saying that the officers, did a bad job, because I don't really know what the determination is for those. Now, if you leave it up to the officers and they use their, judgment, can it be a situation where an officer doesn't like you, and then, if you don't submit to the breathalyzer, but you do the other test, and the officer don't really rock with you a little bit, you kind of gave them a problem, they can still take you in, right? It's kind of like that obstruction charge. That charge is so general that they can apply it almost to anything. So even if you ask a question to the officer while they're arresting you, they can just say, well, obstruction. And it's one of those things. But at the same time, I do recognize that a lot of officers really do their jobs well, and you don't want to impede that. So were they wrong or not in arresting her? I think they were wrong in arresting her. And like I said, I'm the last person that's going to stick up for Glorilla. Trust me. But in this case, I think they made the wrong decision. Now, you can disagree with me, but make sure it's respectful. Go ahead and leave a comment. But I think I'm right on this one. Glorilla, you're going to be all right on this one unless they can prove that you were absolutely over the legal limit and you were doing something you weren't supposed to do. Now, them finding the weed in the car is a whole different story. We'll talk about that later. So this is your man, Brotha T, and we're going to catch you on the next time with another video, family. Peace.